What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube land? So we're going to take a small step away from our regular car stuff today. It's getting later in the afternoon and the weather has gotten to that perfect point now. We are tongue-tied, where we're kind of just cruising around in the low 80s, and it's just beautiful, and it's just been beautiful. And another thing I've been thinking about more and more as the weather gets progressively nicer, we're almost done with all the rain. And now that that's happened, it's time to bring out summertime toys. So we all have wintertime toys. I mean, even like down in the South, you still have wintertime toys that you play with, and you have summer toys that go away. One of the ones that we're gonna start with today is gonna be my 1986 Honda Spree. If you know what a Honda Spree is, it's a moped. If you don't know what a Honda Spree is, I'm about to show you. If you watch my other videos, I've had this Spree for years. I mean years. And I bought this thing at a trade show, or a trade day, or a flea market, or a jockey lot, or whatever you want to call it. And I think I paid like 150 bucks for it when I did. And it's been it. Now, occasionally, every couple years, I end up having to do a carburetor cleaning on it to get it back in top running condition. I don't think I did that last year. I think last year we just gassed and goed, and it had some hiccups here and there along the way. Never did leave me anywhere, but you could tell. Probably should have cleaned that carburetor. So, amidst my massive, you're going crooked. Amidst my massive hoard of stuff, I've already moved out my John Deere walk behind. That's supposed to have a video. I need to get to that video. You guys need to see that. But anyway, then up here in front of my four-wheeler is my Honda Spree, sadly collecting dust. And I think this is going to be the year I'm going to finally have to replace that drive belt and the tires. But that's not going to happen in this video. In this video, we're just going to get it pulled out of here and see if we can't get it to running. So, to get to it, I'm going to have to get all these floor tiles off my poor little four-wheeler. It's done weighed it down. The suspension's probably done screwed up by now. It was worn out to start with, but now she's definitely going to be worn out. So, let's get those tiles moved, get this thing drug out of here, and then let's get to that Honda Spree. So, because I don't have anywhere else to, what are you doing, guys? Hold on. Camera's not cooperating. I don't really have anywhere else to put any of this crap. We're just going to have to move it to a different spot or area. I like Castrol. So we're going to just stick it all out of the way somewhere. Probably right here on the floor, actually. Because these tiles weigh too much to try to roll this big guy out. And I don't ride that four-wheeler anymore, which you can't see. It's over here, so I'll just move the stack from one side to another. Check this out, guys. This is how I didn't play with my four-wheeler over the winter, and we've got a little friend living in it now. Isn't that nice? And you think Musty One up there in New Hampshire is the only one that's got that issue, but no, we got them down here too, living under stacks of flooring. So let's see if this thing's gonna even roll. Tripod doesn't want to cooperate. Nothing wants to cooperate today. It's on 2 flat tires. We'll get those aired up. Ugh. Yeah, it'll come out. So you guys just get to sit out here, and I'll get this thing pulled out of there. Knocked over one of our piles, but that'll be all right. You guys even looking at it? Alright, now we can go in here and take a better look at my 1986 Honda Spree. Like I said, I've had this thing for years now. As far as mopeds go, it's slow, but it's ultimately just downright reliable. Looks like it's got some nice mold. There went our little rat friend. I doubt the camera saw it, but he scooted on the edge of the muffler and back over into that pile of tires. So it looks like I'll be cleaning all that out, getting rid of some mice. But let's go ahead and get this guy out. Like I said, it looks like it has grown some mold. The kickstand was stuck to the ground. Let's get you guys turned around. You're facing where we want to go. Alright. And out she comes. So the first thing we're going to do, because it's covered in all this mold and crap, and I don't want to touch it all over the place, we're going to carry it up there to the hose pipe, and I'm going to hose it off. So let's go do that. If you can tell that the sun has gone down any, that's because I just wasted like 15 minutes looking for my little screw-on spray nozzle for my garden hose, only to have no luck finding it. We hosted Taylor's, our sister's graduation party the other week, and I did a big slip and slide and stuff, and I remember taking everything off the hose pipes to connect them all together, and I have no idea where in the freaking world that I must have put those, or my sprayer attachment. So, don't have that, so we're just going to do the good old-fashioned thumb over the garden hose to the end, you know, make pressure. And I've got some mixed up different multiple cleaner stuff in here. We're just gonna spritz this whole thing down instead of not trying to make it perfect. Knock it. Mold the nasty stuff off of it so that we can touch it with confidence. And I'm almost out. Come on, buddy. Just a couple more sprays. Carburetor looks like it's leaked some. Good enough for me. And we'll have water in a second. It's got to get all the air out. Yeah, there we go. that stuff that we use is a mixture of a bunch of different things, but it's predominantly an acid wash, which is good for eating away all that nasty mold stuff. And now I guess I should go find some starting fluid, because I'll go ahead and let you know I doubt that it's going to hit off on its own, but we're going to go ahead and move it over here to the side of the building where we can work on it a little bit easier. Now I know what you all are thinking. This stuff falls in my building. Just go ahead and give it a kick. Maybe it'll crank. You never know. Well, I'm pretty sure I do. But it has been nice and warm here lately. But another problem, these bikes use a battery to give it electric choke. So when you cut the switch on, choke engages. And with there not being a battery in it, choke is not going to engage. So I just kind of have my doubts. For shits and giggles though, I guess we'll kick it. If I can keep my foot on it. Just as I suspected, nothing. So let me round up some type of starting fluid. Okay, guess what? Went to my other building and I found two things. The spray nozzle that I was looking for and starting fluid. It's a little bit unorthodox. It's a squirt nozzle from like Tire Shine or something, maybe engine degreaser, Coke bottle, and gasoline in it. But guess what? Gas is flammable. Who'd have thought, right? So we're just gonna go up underneath the edge of this cover. The first 7 pulls, nothing happened. It was just pumping air. Let's try it now. Ooh, almost. I'm gonna hold the throttle open this time while I spray it. There we go. Well, probably gonna have to put it on a battery booster. Oh, the mosquito fogger is alive. This type of bike has a separate reservoir for oil. You don't actually mix it. However, I had an issue with the oiler system for a little while, so I was running premix in it. And it's also sat all winter, and for whatever reason, this is a typical startup for this bike after sitting all winter. It's done this for as long as I've had it after sitting all winter. Typical smoker. It's got about a little over 5,000 miles on it. So the rings and stuff are probably getting a little worn out. You can see the back wheel trying to turn. He's really wanting to go. I'm going to try to fit that air breather back on there real quick. Set the parking brake. Oh, I don't know what I did, but it didn't like it. air breather's back on. Let's see if it'll start back up. Some oil on my hand. Oh, she's not liking that. Alright, how quickly can I detach you guys? See if I can get it started again. Take it on a little ride. Now, why are we doing this, you ask? I guess I never mentioned. I'd like to ride this thing to work. I don't live too terribly far from work, and I'd like to be able to ride it there, save a little gas, have a little fun. Just don't let your friends see you, right? Isn't that the logic? Nope, not gonna happen. I have to put you guys back down for a second. Go figure. And the kickstand's not gonna hold it, so hold on. You guys ready? Check to see if these tires held air. They got enough in them for a lap up the road and back real quick. You can see our smoke trail on the road. Now, yeah, the idle circuit does sound a little rough. Before I go ripping this entire carburetor off, though, I'm going to run some sea foam through the gas. I'm going to run some sea foam through the gas and maybe bump the idle up just a little bit. But I'm going to call this a victory. Alright, so I've been riding it now for like the last, I don't know, 15 minutes. Taking it up and down the road and up and down the road and doing some wide open throttle and some cruising and then laying into it, just trying to blow it all out, you know, the Italian tune-up. And I think I about got it. So the idle circuit has come back. It's blown out whatever was in there, and the carbs and the engine's done gotten warm enough. Everything's doing right. You can see it's idling, and the smoke is cleared up for the most part. I'm sure if you really lay in it good, it's probably still smoking some. But I think it's definitely going to be the year for tires. These tires are just pretty much gone. And my tag's kind of bent out. I need to lay that back flat so it's easy to be read. But you can see the smoke is pretty much gone away. But your lights and your turn signals and stuff are not very bright without a battery in it. The battery helps power the bike at idle conditions and stuff. You can clearly see the stator and everything will run the lights. The charging system's still good on this bike, but it really needs that battery in there to put it where it needs to be. So I think I'm going to take a trip to Batteries Plus or Walmart or something and get the dimensions, the size of the battery, everything. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up a brand new one for this little machine. I'd like to take advantage of riding it a lot this summer, and I want to make sure all my lights and stuff are doing what they should be, and make sure that I have that touch of a button start if I don't want to have to kick it. So, because it's got a key switch lock and everything, and it needs a good bath. Top it off with oil, stick a battery in it, should be good to go. Anyway, folks, thanks so much for watching. Drop a comment down below and let us know what you think. Like I said, this is just your standard 86 model Honda Spree. Nothing fancy going on here, but I would like to get my hands on a Honda Elite 80, and I think a friend of mine may have one. So I need to get over there sometime soon and check it out. He's not exactly sure what it is. He knows it's from the 80s, and that's about all. So definitely need to go check that out. But if you watched the whole video, thanks for watching. Hit the thumbs up button if you'd like. Drop a comment down below, let us know what you think. And yeah, someone mentioned that they liked those videos we made last year. The first ride of summer for last year. And I rode more than I showed, but I just didn't get a chance to film it like I should have. So maybe maybe now we can take it and do some more little ride arounds and stuff like that. But anyway, we'll catch you in the next one, folks.